Lastly, the final video I wanted to make is going to be the diving physiology and how that plays a role with exercise physiology. We have three types of diving. We're going to have snorkeling, free diving, and scuba diving. Snorkeling is obviously going to be our heads right at sea level with the little tube that's going to be above air so that we can breathe. Negative, we can't actually go completely underwater. Free diving is going to be below diving, or it's going to be like underwater. However, the negatives is that we can only go underwater for however long we can hold our breath. And then scuba diving is going to be with those tanks on our backs. However, that leads to heavier weight, less movement, and yeah. So when we talk about diving physiology, we want to talk about how at higher altitudes we have a decreased pressure, at lower altitudes we have an increased pressure. Same thing goes for even underwater. Humans obviously can't breathe underwater, so we need things like scuba when we're talking about like military stuff like that. The deeper down we go in the ocean, in the water, the higher pressure that our body will receive. That is why there is only certain amounts of the ocean that have been explored, because humans can only withstand so much pressure before they pop, basically. Long story short. So, yeah, that increased pressure, the further down we go, along with the pressure from the pure O2 that we get from new advancements in scuba gear, is going to lead into things like seizures. So that's why scuba diving in general, or just diving in general, the ocean is a very dangerous place, and why many people are afraid of it is because there's not many positives and just a lot of negatives, a lot of scary things to watch out for. That increased pressure, seizures, and then something lastly, like the bends. The further down we go, obviously the pressure is going to increase, but whenever we're trying to come back up, we cannot get up too quickly. We have to rise up in increments, because if we rise up too quickly, the concentration of nitrogen in our body is going to lead to bubbling in the blood the quicker we go up, because our body needs to dissolve that nitrogen and lower that concentration. So the further down we go, increase in nitrogen concentration. We try to get back up, it's going to decrease the nitrogen concentration, but if we do it too quickly, our blood will bubble. That leads to what something is called the bends, and you end up dying. It's going to be rupturing your capillaries. You won't be able to produce oxygen into your muscles. You won't be able to move oxygen anywhere, actually, and then you just die. So that's why you need to be able to go up in increments, relax, go up in increments, relax. That is why it is very scary, because if you need to go up right away because you're running out of oxygen, you're worried, you can't even breathe, you're going to go up there as quickly as possible, which will ultimately lead to the death.